Well, we're very excited today. We finally finished our showroom. We now have a totally acoustic room to show that Barrisol and Acoustics is a great product line. We're also featuring the Barrisol Clean in our showroom, which is amazing. It's something that's very new in Europe, and now we're trying to bring it into North America. And we've been very fortunate to have an acoustician here from Germany to actually speak about Barrisol and acoustics. He's been with or representing Barrisol for 23 years. And he's so knowledgeable, and it's a real honor to have him here as our special event today. Also, Barrisol Canada is 30 years in Canada, which allows us to showcase a lot of products right now. So we have an event right now as our acoustic event. In November, we're fortunate enough to have the Barrisol Clean. Damien, he's going to be here. He's the inventor of the Barrisol Clean. Anyway, so it's just very, very exciting. There's lots of good food, lots of good people, and we hope that people like all the new innovations with our new membrane widths. Anyway, it's just exciting, and I'm very happy to be part of it. This Barrisol Clean system, it has a plenum. And the membrane actually acts as a plenum, and then there's slotted sides, and then we have an engineer that will work out as to how much airflow we need within our space, depending on the size of the room. And it allows the air to flow down the walls and across the floor and back up and around without much movement. Like, you don't feel the air difference. There's no draft, nothing at all. And the temperature difference is minimal in the room. So it's an amazing product line. It's done really well in Europe per se. We're hoping that it'll do the same thing here, especially in offices with all the glass that they're using nowadays, just to glass is in. Right? But they don't think about all the bad things about glass for the actual like client or the person working in the space itself. So we're hoping this really takes off, but it's something you have to experience. So it's really important for you to come out to our showroom to actually feel the difference, see the difference. These areas can be fully illuminated. They can be printed, the ceilings, they can also be just a matte finish. So, and you can have light lines. There's so much you can do. It's an amazing, amazing product. And, you know, there's really your imagination we can create. We can work with that. So hopefully you'll come out and see our space sometime. We're located in Mississauga at 2180 Dunwin Drive. Unit number 7. I'm here almost all the time. You can give me a call and look us up, and I'd be happy to give you a tour of our space. We do almost anything. It can be anything from like a private home. We often will cover like a popcorn ceiling. We do mainly commercial work. So we do a lot of work downtown, a lot of backlit areas and common areas, like for large light boxes per se, because we can pretty much do any size you want, any shape you want. The other thing is offices love us too, because we have such a good acoustic properties. So we can give you a nice clean acoustic ceiling, either floating or wall to wall. It's a product that we use a lot, but we do a lot of commercial space in the city. Right now we're doing a lot of condos. We're doing a lot of common areas, again, lobbies. We have a mirror membrane now, which is phenomenal. It's a true mirror. It's a little different. It doesn't stretch, it shrinks, but the clarity is amazing. Like, you would never know the difference. If you didn't know it wasn't a true mirror, you would never guess it's a membrane. Like, people have to touch it and they can't believe it. So it's great. It's something that, you know, you can't perforate or have an acoustic mirror. It's impossible, right? But now you can with Barrisol. So it's just great, and it comes in various colors if you want. You can have a bronze mirror, you can have a regular mirror, black. There's like 6 or 7 different colors, and it can also be printed on. And that's something, again, we showcase in our showroom. So our showroom is really important to show you how you can integrate all different services. It's also important to see the clean system, the printing, everything is here. So if you're interested in Barrisol, the best thing to do is come and visit us. I can show you around firsthand. You can see how things come together, how clean the installation is, how nice the corners and everything come together. Anyway, we're very proud of our product, and I hope you'll visit us someday soon. The costs are a little difficult. What happens with ours, it's supply and install. Barrisol's a supply and install product. It really depends. If there's a lot of curves and things like that, there's waste of material to consider. Also, the installation side is a huge part of our costs. So I need to see drawings, usually be able to provide pricing. as compared to a drywall ceiling, it is a little bit more expensive, but it's very quick. So it's very clean. We can just go around the edge of the ceiling. Sometimes you only have to lose 3/4 of an inch of ceiling height, and we can run and accommodate pot lights, anything like that in your ceiling. But again, costing, I usually don't give a cost out because I've learned if I give you a cost and then all of a sudden I find out you've got high ceilings or all these different things you want in the ceiling, the price changes because there's labor involved. So, show us plans, whatever, and we'd be happy to price it out and give you a ballpark figure as to how much it would cost, because each job is unique and it's custom. It's definitely a custom product. It's very, very popular in Europe. So it started off in France, and what happened was after the war, a lot of the homes, the ceilings were slanted, right? So that they're uneven. They weren't nice anymore. They were cracked. So actually, Barrisol, France, 55 years ago, the owner of Barrisol Normalu, he developed the ceiling. It was only white at that point. They had a white membrane. They stretched across. All of a sudden, all these old homes, the ceilings became beautiful again. But now they're all over the world. We go Vietnam, Egypt, Las Vegas, you name it. Dubai has a lot of it too. France in particular has a lot of it because that's where Barrisol originated, but all through Europe. Poland has a lot of Barrisol ceilings also. And a lot of it is used, different areas have different things. A lot of it use lighting as a lighting source. But a lot of them just the popularity of you can do curves, you can do all different things. So, but Barrisol, the clean system, when we were speaking of with the air conditioning and the heating, it's very popular in Europe because they have concrete walls, stone walls. They cannot have any services within the wall, any pipes, anything like that. So they have to work with the plenum and create a space in the ceiling to allow the airflow and to even introduce air conditioning. Our acoustic event today too, Christian is his name, he actually tells us a little bit about the commercial side. And what happens is in Europe, it's stores. The climate has changed so much even in Europe, throughout Europe. So what happens now, stores are introducing this clean system. It's very popular in offices and stores, more so than in homes. Homes, people are still kind of, do I need it? Do I not need it? Do I open the window? What do I do, right? But definitely in retail space, because people like that. They want to feel comfortable in a restaurant. They want to spend more time there, and it encourages people to stay in the space longer.
Hi, I'm Christelle from Barrisol, Canada. So we're the head office of Barrisol in Canada. We have been here in Canada for 30 years this year. So this is why we are organizing those special events. So especially tonight we have the acoustic event. In November we plan to have a specialist coming from France, an engineer specialized in climatization. So tonight is an acoustician that come here for this acoustic event to explain all of the features of Barrisol ceilings with the acoustic. And in short, this is a family-owned company in Canada, but also in France. In France, we have Fernand Scherrer, the father, who invented stretch ceilings 55 years ago. And now the son, Jean-Marc Scherrer, is taking over the company for the past 10 years now, I think. And here in Canada, this is my father company. So Mario Maheu brought the first square foot of stretch ceilings in Canada 30 years ago. And I'm 37, so I've been in the field of stretch ceilings for almost all my life. And my dad was a big, passionate passionate man. So I've been, gaining that passion, I guess. And I've been working for the family company for 17 years now, officially. Before that, I was helping here and there after high school. But I've got I went to college in business and accounting. And when I saw that in the company there was some places for me to help, then I just decided to join the company. So, in short, we have 20 different Barrisol teams across Canada. LG Interiors is our main team for Ontario, mostly in GTA, and they have been with us for almost 10 years now. So we're quite lucky. And as the Canadian head office, what we do mostly is taking care of those 20 teams. I have the chance to come here quite often in Toronto since it's a big city. We have a lot of architects to meet. We have a lot of lunch and learns to do, a lot of events to create. So I'm coming here quite often. But then I could travel to Vancouver, Calgary, or even like Montreal, Quebec. We're quite lucky as well. And as you can hear by my accent, I come from Quebec, so the head office is based there. Just because Mario had his house there, and we decided to stay in our little town. Anyway, FedEx would deliver everywhere in the same delay. So whatever it's like in Toronto, Montreal, or Thetford Mines, our little town, then we found it's easier to stay there, have local employees working with us, having a larger facility with a workshop, office as well. Counting projects over 30 years is like, many hundreds of projects. The biggest one is in Montreal. This is Convention Center Palais des Congrès. It was done almost 17 years ago. It's 63,000 square feet of ceilings, over 1,000 panels, all done with Barrisol membranes. It's a mix of translucent and acoustic matte white finish. And this was in the main area, and it is still there today. So it shows you how long our system can be installed. We simply have to clean as needed because it's a big convention center, a lot of people passing there. So we have a cleaning team there almost full-time cleaning panels. And the second largest project we've done is a YMCA Aquatic Center in Calgary. It's a sit-in center with over 57,000 square feet. So those are like nice large projects we have had the chance to do, but we are also specialized in smaller projects, like high-end residentials, nice boardrooms, many stores. And across Canada, we are dealing sometimes with car dealership, or we do flagship store in Toronto. Then once it's approved, we will redo the same design all across Canada in many different cities. At the international, let's say Ferrari, Lamborghini, those two companies are specified in the head office in Italy. But since Barrisol is worldwide, it is so simple for them to say in all Ferrari, we want to have Barrisol. So then from the international Italian head office, they're able to say, okay, in Canada, you will reach Barrisol Canada, then you will get the local dealer for that Ferrari store. So if it's in Montreal, if it's in Toronto, in Vancouver, then I would refer that to the proper dealer. And nowadays, with those new LED system, we have the chance to change the temperature of the white of the LEDs. So depending if it's like evening or day, we can adjust it to a warmer white or a colder white. So this is even more interesting because restaurant, bars, sometimes we want to change lights or change the ambience quite fast. So that is the best way. We change the light, so then your ceilings change automatically the ambience of the whole room. Well, for price, for sure, like depending of the city and the province in Canada, it will vary for sure. However, also like everything is custom made if we go with Barrisol on frames, with insulation or not, with acoustic properties or not, printing or not. Well, pricing is like so hard to say, especially because it's custom made. So what we say, we normally just ask the dealer to get some plans and give some pricing ideas. Because in short, Barrisol is like not like, colleague, it's not business colleague, it's like family. This is how even like we introduce ourselves when we're dealer. Well, when new dealers come to us, we're like, fine, we look, to have like nice business, agreements with you, but also we're like a big family.